Hey guys, it's Kennedy. So today's story time is gonna be the time I almost got shot. Now, I don't know how many high schools do it, but my school, we played Assassins, and it was like part of like one of our fundraisers for prom. So everyone pays $5 to enter, and then you get your person who you're gonna kill. So at this point, we started playing in like October, and then it was going over into November, and it was like football season. So I go to all girls high school. For those of you that don't know, but there's an all boys school here also in my city. So we always go like to their football games and like all their stuff, that they have that like you don't have at all girls school. So we were so there's like a football game that Friday, and I actually I found out who my person was that was gonna kill me because one girl came and sat at my lunch table that never sits at my lunch table. So I'm just like, what is she sitting here for? And she was sitting close to me and kind of was like trying to like listen to everything I was saying. So I was like, that's a little suspicious. Then I saw her talking to my friend Claire, and she's talking to Claire across the table or whatever. And then she's like, oh yeah, thanks, like that, winks at her, gets up and walks away. Like very obvious. And like they didn't know I was paying attention, but I was. So Claire and Whitney are both like, she's talking to both of them, and they're like, so Kennedy, like, what do you have planned this weekend? Like, it was just really random. And I was like, I don't know actually what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go to O'Hare football game. That's not the game I was going to. It was like, I think I'm gonna go to O'Hare football game. So I might stay in this weekend. I don't really know, right? Like, I know who it is. I was like, Claire, and Claire was like trying to get more information out of me. And I was like, Claire, I was like, I know that, she has you asking information to figure out what I'm doing this weekend. She's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's fine, like, it's cool. I'm just not gonna tell you what I'm really gonna do this weekend. So I was like, whatever. So it was like really hard because I didn't want to like get killed because the last like three or like four people, it was gonna be like off the Hunger Games. We were gonna go to Lee's Park, which is a really big park here. We were gonna go there and then like play like it was like everyone just like every man for themselves, like the last like four or so girls or guys. And I was gonna be like Ruth, I was gonna wear my hair like curly like naturally and stuff. So I really want to get that far. And like I said, I live pretty far out from my high school anyway, so no one's gonna drive out to my house early in the morning to come kill me. It would just be when I go out. So I'm debating if I'm gonna go out that weekend because I have a good friend. Well, I have like a lot of good friends, but one of my like really close friends, he plays football for Rockers. So, and that's all boys school. And so I was like, oh, I really want to go to the game, to support him and stuff. And then they were playing another good high school, which is Blue Springs. And this is for like the district finals. So like either way, this could be their last games of the season. And he's actually, the boy at Rockers, he's actually younger than me. And then like on Blue Springs, there are three guys that are same age as me. They were seniors. And they are on my club track team. So like they're my good friends too. So I'm like, oh yeah, like I totally, like want to support, my friends. And like football games are always fun, because like Rockhurst is like really hype, like always, like they're like chants and stuff. And Blue Springs and Rockhurst always had huge rivals because they're like the best football teams like in KC. And Blue Springs has won state the past 2 years in a row. So it's a really big game. So I'm like, oh, I totally want to go. So I decided to take a chance and I go to the game. Plus a lot of people got killed last weekend anyways when they were at Halloween parties, so I'm like, whatever. So I go to the game, and my mom, like my brother goes to school there, so he went to the student section, and I don't know where my sister was, or she might have been there, I don't know. I think my sister was there, and my mom, yeah, it was me, my mom, and my sister were there and stuff, so we're sitting there watching the game, and I was waiting for like one of my friends to get there. So we're like I'm waiting for my friends to get there. So I go and sit like closer to like the student section because there's always like the rocker student section, which is like all boys, like no girls allowed in the student section. And then there's like another section that's like for like other high school, like our school, and Scion, it's another all girls school, like room for us to sit there. So we're like sitting there, whatever, and like there's like a row of like girls from my school on the fence. They're like looking at me, and they turn around, they keep like whispering to each other. And they turn around, like I said before, I know who's gonna kill me, and I know her friend group, so I'm like trying to pay close attention like to my surroundings. And they keep like looking at me, keep looking away, and I'm just like, what the heck are you doing? I mean, I knew what they were doing. So one of the girls, Molly, I actually helped her not get killed because they were trying to like one of my friends and then we're trying to set her up, like invite her out to lunch, and then she was helping another girl help kill her. So I helped her not get killed, and she's like, oh my god, thank you so much. So she was like helping me out. So she like texted me and was like, Kennedy, they're calling Amelia now, like she's gonna come and kill you, and like, so you need to get out of here, you know, do what I'm gonna do. And so she keeps like looking at me to make sure I get my, like, make sure I read my phone. So I look at it and I get my phone out, I read her message, and I'm like, oh snap. So I'm with one of my like other friends, so I'm like, what am I gonna do? I was like, oh my god, I was like, I know what I'm gonna do. I was like, I can't leave, this is a really good game. At this point, I think we're like winning by like 1 touchdown, so, and it wasn't even halftime yet, so like anything could happen. I was like, oh my god, I can't leave. So me and one of my friends, we decide to go to the Blue Spring side, like, and they're sitting in like the visitor sections all the way on the other side, and there's no way you can see who's over there. And it's like really packed, you know, it's the last, it could be like either one team's like last game of the season. So like we go to the other side, and so I'm sitting here, and they're like, I'm walking down, like, oh, Kennedy, you're leaving? I was like, yeah, like, I'm getting so sick, like I just don't feel good. I was like, I'm getting a cold, and like right now it's November, so here in KC it's cold by now. I was like, it's just so cold out here, I just can't do it. They were like, oh, okay, like that. So I start walking out and I'm leaving, and I told my mom, like, if one of them come up to you and ask, like, hey, Miss Bright, you know, tell them I left because I was sick, and my brother really did have a soccer game later that night. She's like, okay. So I go to the other side, and I'm in the Blue Spring section, and I told my friend Molly, I was like, yeah, thanks for like warning me, blah blah blah, this is my plan. She's like, oh, that's so smart, because I couldn't leave. Like, I'm telling you, like, that game is so good, like it's like the best game ever. So I get to the other like side, like the student section, and then so like I'm just sitting here, I'm trying to like not cheer, you know, because like obviously I'm on their side, which is kind of like rude and disrespectful. Well, I can help it. So at this point I'm like waiting, and then my friend Maria, she was with like the group of girls, and she was like my best friend or whatever. And so I told her, I was like, I told her I left. I was like, hey, text me updates, tell me how he does, if he makes a touchdown. She's like texting me updates. I'm like, oh my god, thanks. Like, I'm sitting right here reading, like watching the game, so I know what's happening. And so she like texted me, and then I'm like sitting here, you know, watching the game, and then they're winning like the last like 5 minutes. My friend that went to go watch, he scores the 5th touchdown. He, like, it was like the most amazing touchdown ever. Like 2 of the Rutgers guys go down, and he like jumps over them and like lands on like the touchdown mark. And he's like, there's a picture in the yearbook, not yearbook, in the newspaper, and he's like looking up, and his eyes are like so big, you see like through his helmet, and they're like touchdown. And so we end up winning, and me and my friend that I was with jump up like, oh my god, I have it on video, and we're like, yes, yeah, like we're like screaming so hard, like so loud that we won. And those parents in that Blue Spring section were like they hate Rutgers, like not like a, oh my god, friendly, no, it's not a friendly rival, like they hate them. They were like, get out right now, like we're leaving. So we go and like wait, it was like a minute or two, like a minute left, and there's no way they could have gotten a touchdown in a minute left. And then we made like our field goal and everything, and so we're like at the other, so at this point I'm like waiting by like the scoreboard, and I'm just like so happy, like we're winning, like we just won basically. It was so great, and I was just like so happy I didn't leave, like, and you know, I just had a great plan, like I didn't leave. So after the game I go over to like, there's like, we wait for them to come out the field house, and the girls come over and they're like, we thought you left. I was like, no, I didn't leave. My friend Maria that I was texting, telling me to text me updates, I knew you didn't leave, I knew you wouldn't leave, there's no reason. I said, yeah, you're a smart girl, if you knew I wouldn't have left, like there's no way I was gonna leave at the biggest game of the year, like I wasn't gonna leave. And so it was so crazy, and so they were like mad, I guess, because like I told them I left and I didn't, and she could have came and killed me, but we're losing on the other side. And we actually ended up winning. We ended up going to state that year. They lost, but they went to state last year. And it's so yeah, if you're ever high school is ever playing assassins, like you need to always, like, you need to know your escape routes, always have a plan when you go out, you know what I'm saying, in case you're gonna get killed. Always have a little backup plan, always be prepared. So yeah, that is my almost got shot story. Not literally, just with a water gun, but it doesn't matter. So that was my story. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will have more stories and more videos and stuff up for you guys soon. Thanks.